Hello, SereniGy IBOs from all over the world. My name is Brian Redfern. I'm a Director and Global Ambassador Founder with SereniGy Inc. I'm recording this business overview webinar from my home office in San Diego, California. I want to welcome you all and thank you for taking the time to view this webinar business overview for our company, SereniGy. I'd like to make it very clear up front that this is not a recruiting video. This is a video that's basically being presented and created for our existing IBOs in SereniGy so that they can be seeing and learning about our company as well as how we present our company and what our full business overview is. Additionally, I need to make a few disclaimers. Any of the comments that are made within this presentation are not medical claims. They're simply personal testimonials, nor am I making any income claims. I am simply going through the process of how SereniGy works and what the potentials can be for individuals based on their own efforts and the results that they create from those efforts. So without that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into this. This is our business presentation prepared for us by our CEO and our Vice President of Marketing and Operations, Mr. Omar Rivera. These will most likely be converted into our flip charts, which we'll be able to take with us on one-on-one meetings and present to our prospects. So let's get right into it. Number one, when we're looking at business is basically broken down into what's called a cash flow quadrant. There are four very specific, though general, ways that an individual can make money. Now, in the world, what we know is about 97% of us are raised to be employees. We grow up, we go to school, spend hours, or sometimes some of us don't go to school, but we wind up getting a job. We're trained to become workers. So basically in that quadrant, what you're looking at is a dynamic of trading your personal time for money. Another option on the left side of the quadrant for 97% of us in the world is to become self-employed. We own a job. We own a business. We own a job. Now, in that situation, again, you're trading time for money. Now, personally, I have been both an employee as well as self-employed, and I can tell you there's benefits to being an employee. Certainly, you can go to work. You have a system that's laid out for you. You do your task, and you come home. But generally, you have a ceiling that prevents you from creating a higher income. So then what's the other option? Well, take your skills and try to find another job and see how well that goes. The next option, self-employed. I've also been self-employed. It seemed like that would be the better route to go. The illusion is that you have more time. You get to decide how you want to work, what you want to work in, how you spend that time. But the reality is of self-employment is that you really don't have any downtime. Your customers become your employees. If you're not working, if you're not trading your time for money based on when your customers need your time, you're not going to make any money. So basically your job becomes the owner of you and your time. On the other side of the quadrant, you have two other options. 3% of the nation, or excuse me, 3% of the world's population actually holds about 97% of the wealth. So how is that happen? Well, this is the dynamic. The 3% that holds the majority of the wealth in the world look at business differently. They look at money differently. They have different attitudes and actions about how they attain it. Okay, so in the third quadrant, an option is for big business. You own a system. People create money. You have people working for you to create money for you through your business system. Well, what would a business system be? Franchise is a good example. You're basically purchasing a business that has employees that create money for you. Okay? The last quadrant is an investor. Now, those folks who've been able to create the money aren't just going out and spending it, they're putting their money to work. So when you have money that's working to make money through investments, that is where the major amounts of the wealth are created. These are the two systems that the 3% of people in the world that hold 97% of the wealth employ to create that big income that we're all looking for. Now, of course, on the other side of the spectrum, in the red side, the left side, there are certainly employees that make six figures and plus, but job security is becoming less and less. What I've found here in San Diego, I even have close friends that have held jobs for up to 20 years, and those jobs have been made redundant. They've been fired, let go. Why? Because of downsizing. And so the next Tuesday, they get a call from somebody in their office who says, well, their job was replaced with 2 part-time workers. So that's what's going on. Is there stability in being an employee? No. You can be a phenomenal employee and still not have job security. Self-employed? Well, self-employed, you better be in the right business and the right trend, because if you're not, your business will go out of business. Big business is wonderful if you have the money to start, and becoming an investor is our ultimate goal, creating money to be able to make money for us. Now, when our CEO was taking a look at different ways of making money, big business and investment, he looked at 6 megatrends. Now, in the world today, you're going to find these 5 primary: health and wellness. Health and wellness is the next trillion-dollar industry. We know this. We see it all over social media. We see it all over the television. We see it on billboards, cars, buses, bus stops, everywhere. Health and wellness is a big, big industry. From that, weight loss. Now, weight loss kind of ties in with health and wellness, but studies are showing that over 80% of the population is overweight, and we know that a lot of people aren't willing to adjust their lifestyle to a health and wellness, or a healthy and well creating balance, with whether it be through exercise or eating or whatever. So weight loss, everybody's looking for an easy way to lose weight. So what it's showing is that studies are showing that weight loss is continuing to be one of the major megatrends in the world. Anti-aging. We're in there's a social group here in the United States. I'm at the tail end of it. When folks were coming back from World War II, there were huge amounts of babies being born. The cross-section of the community is called baby boomers. We're now at that point, we're in our 40s and 50s and some in early 60s. So this segment of the population is looking very heavily to anti-aging. And it's projected to be a $292 billion per year industry by 2015. All kinds of anti-aging products out there, whether they're face creams, hand creams, sun creams, lotions, hair replacement, plastic surgery. You can see how this goes and goes and goes. And people are starting to participate in the anti-aging trends and industries at earlier and earlier ages. So you can see why this particular megatrend is going to continue to grow. Now, internet was something that was new to us back in, the 80s. And we weren't sure where it was going to go, what it was going to do. But along around the early 2000s, we started hearing things about e-commerce, being able to do your purchasing and advertising and creating not only a company online, but to be able to move your products to a larger segment of the populations worldwide. So while you're sleeping in I'm sleeping in San Diego, somebody can be doing business with me in the Philippines. It's projected to be a $90 billion per year megatrend. So one thing we do know is that businesses nowadays, if we do not have a web presence, not only does it cut out a large segment of our possibilities for creating income, but most people are looking to the internet now instead of traditional means like the yellow pages. So people are looking for the business they're going to do business with, or the products that they're looking for, the services that they're looking for, based on what's on the internet. If you're not on the internet, you're probably not going to be in business long. A 5th megatrend is home-based businesses. It is considered the fastest growing sector in the world. More and more people, I can tell you some stories here about Southern California. The density of populations is becoming greater and greater. The transit time, the cost of gasoline, the cost of having your vehicle and moving from home to office, all these things are expenses. And with being on that left side quadrant, those expenses rise, but our bills rise as well. But oftentimes our incomes do not rise at the same level as our bills. So home-based business creates a basis for individuals to be able to stay at home. They can take care of their kids, their own kids. They can operate a business. They can keep low overhead and develop profits to make up those differences that are taking place over the changes of economy. Now, looking at these 5 major megatrends, our CEO thought, well, what is another megatrend that's going to appeal to the masses globally? Well, this is what he found. Coffee, it's the right industry. It's $100 million plus per year industry. It's the #1 consumed product on the planet next to water. It's the #1 traded commodity next to oil, and there are billions of cups served daily. Generally, people who are coffee addicts or coffee drinkers are going to drink 3 to 5 cups a day, and most coffee drinkers cannot start their day without a cup of coffee. Now, with traditional coffee, it's known to be high in acid. It's known to constrict the blood vessels. It's also known to increase the risk of arthritis, obesity, diabetes, depression, and if you look it up on the internet, again, that internet, you're going to find a myriad of other health-related issues that traditional coffee can contribute to. Traditional coffee is also known to dehydrate the body, and here's an interesting fact. If you're a coffee drinker, you have to drink about 16 to 18 glasses of water to neutralize the acid in 1 cup of traditional coffee. Most people that are drinking coffee, including myself, which myself is anywhere from a 3 to 7 cup a day habit. I enjoy my coffee. I can tell you for a fact I'm not drinking 7 times 18 glasses of water. So what's the alternative? What do we do? Mr. Nolan looked at coffee as being a habitually consumed product, understanding that the product itself, regardless of what we see here through traditional coffee, what's the option? Well, the option is to create an alternative. So in creating the alternative, he looked to this, Ganoderma. It's the king of herbs. It's a mushroom. It's called Ganoderma lucidum. It's also called lingxi in China, or the Japanese know it as reishi. So Ganoderma lucidum is a mushroom that's said to have well over 150 antioxidants and 200 phytonutrients. What does that mean? Well, anything in our food sources that's considered a superfood is basically any food item that occurs naturally that has a high level of antioxidants. And why are antioxidants so important? Because they have been shown to be very important for fighting off free radicals. Free radicals are things that our bodies are bombarded with every day, be it pollution, radiation, different things that we eat that are not intended to be consumed by human beings. So this particular mushroom is what Mr. Nolan started to look at. What else does this mushroom do? It helps increase the immune system. It can oxygenate the blood levels by up to 30%. There are over 3 million web pages of third-party documentation on the internet. You can go into Google, you can go into Yahoo, any search engine you want. Type in Ganoderma lucidum and just read what's available. There's some very significant websites out there that will give you some very specific information. Now, the other part of that is that if you want to look at what the positive effects of Ganoderma are on, say, studies with any ailments of the body, simply type in Ganoderma lucidum and whatever ailment and see what comes up on the internet and read about it. It is absolutely fascinating. And one of the other things about Ganoderma, it's not new. It's new maybe to the Western society, but it has over 4,000 years of history. This mushroom was grown. It was found in the Fujian forest in China. It was grown and provided only to the wealthiest or royalty for thousands of years. Recently, Ganoderma has been able to be reproduced in controlled environments, grown organically, a better genotype of the mushroom, and it's been made more available for consumption and use as a superfood in our diet. So what Mr. Nolan did is he created a product line utilizing coffee, which is habitually consumed regardless of the effects that it has on the body. He's taken the Ganoderma mushroom, which we see here, used a process called nanotechnology, which breaks the mushroom components down into particle sizes smaller than the human cell. And he's developed a high-grade coffee. Here we have our black coffee. It's 100% Arabica bean. It is picked green. It is shipped into the United States through a proprietary roasting process, small batch, so that the beans are not burnt, and it does not burn off so it doesn't burn off the nutrient value of the coffee. That coffee is then ground down, pre-brewed, brought to a powder form, and then the Ganoderma lucidum and SereniGy utilizes 100% organic Ganoderma, and we combine those two powders together in individual sachets to create a perfect cup of gourmet coffee. So, not only with black coffee, Mr. Nolan has created Gourmet Latte. It's a wonderful product. We sell a lot of it. We have a hot chocolate. Hot chocolate is absolutely spectacular, has a rich chocolatey taste. My favorite next is the mocha. I like to take one mocha and one black coffee and create a powerhouse mocha. And then we also have a very high-grade coffee bean, again, Arabica bean. The G Roast is a coffee grounds in more of a traditional form where it's in the brew packs, and those brew packs can go right into your drip coffee pots, and you can experience a high-grade coffee with the Ganoderma through a traditional brewing process. What this combination of the Ganoderma into a high-grade coffee, the brilliance of what Mr. Nolan's created in SereniGy is utilizing this heavily consumed, habitually consumed mega trend of coffee that continues to rise in sales year after year after year. He's combined this health component of the Ganoderma lucidum into the coffee through nanotechnology, and he has made a habitually drank product a health delivery system for one of the most amazing superfoods on the planet. A little further into our product line, we have a tea line. Here you have the organic green tea. We have a gourmet spiced black tea, a red rooibos tea, which is also caffeine-free, peach mango tea, and in development is a chocolate tea. These teas are USDA certified organic. They are fair trade, and this is October 2013. October is National Fair Trade Month, and there's a lot of information about fair trade. Basically what it is making sure that the growers that we grow with or purchase from, we pay a premium for a higher grade product so that the money can be utilized by the farmers in these co-ops to bring a stronger community wellness. So we're not looking for cheap product to create cheap product to create a huge income. We're looking for the best of the best, not only for our own pockets, but also to create a stronger community development where these products are grown for the people who raise it, for the people who grow it, for the people who process it, for the people who pick it, ship it, the whole deal. So fair trade's a very important seal. Also, these products are kosher. Now, another tea that we have, which is also caffeine-free, is the gourmet chai tea. We have a customer here in San Diego who calls it cake batter on a spoon. It's a very, very, very popular product. I would definitely recommend stocking up on it for the winter season. We do run out. It's a fantastic product. In fact, I've got a cup of it sitting right next to me as I'm doing this presentation. Additionally, in our line of products, we have the nutraceuticals, our capsules. Now, starting from the far left, we have Time Capsule. Time Capsule is the top of the line product in our nutraceutical line. What it is the highest concentration of the reishi mushroom. Now, the reishi mushroom is known as the #1 anti-aging herb in the entire world right now. So Time Capsule was formulated specifically for a body that's in stress. So if you're in a situation where you want to see how these products work with a body in stress, or if you're interested in anti-aging or cellular reconstruction and all these things that Ganoderma and antioxidants have been known to do, Time Capsule is your product. The next product is a complementary product. This is called Lightning, Green Label. The Lightning is a product that is essentially designed to be a complement to any of the other products in the nutraceutical line. What Lightning was designed to do was prepare the digestive system to be able to more readily absorb the nutritional component and the benefits of the Ganoderma. So this particular product, the Lightning, would be something that you would utilize with Time Capsule or with Essential or with any of the other product lines. Now, as a daily supplement or as a regular supplement, something that's good for everyday use for broad spectrum, Essential. Red label is Essential. Now, Essential is something that you can take morning, noon, or night. I've experimented with all these products for taking them orally. I've put the Time Capsule on cuts. I've taken the powder and put it on rashes. All kinds of things, just to experiment and see what kind of outcomes I get. I personally take the Time Capsule, the Lightning, and our next product, which is the Fruit and Veggie. I love this product. Fruit and Veggie capsules, I take 2 every morning. Honestly, I haven't read the indications on the back. I might not be following the directions properly, but I like that big burst of energy that I get every morning from the Fruit and Veggie. So my regimen personally is time capsule, lightning, and the fruit and veggie. Fruit and veggie is excellent for kids who don't like to eat their vegetables. We have we have a lady in our team that actually puts the fruit and veggie in the kids' oatmeal in the morning. So one way or another, you can get this into your kids. Now there is a weight loss line as well. Here in the purple bottle, you have Slim. Slim is a product that is designed to give the individual a nutritional balance approach to weight loss. It's not a fast weight loss product. It's intended to create that balance and nutritional move forward of slow, regimented weight loss. It's a powerful product. I've tried that as well. That's in a tablet form, also in the capsule form in the weight loss line. G-Burn. Now, G-Burn is what you want to use or recommend when you're looking for fast results. It is formulated for quicker and more rapid weight loss. We have a young lady here in San Diego on our team who I don't necessarily think needs to lose more weight because she's a hot chick to start with, but she takes the G-Burn because of the raspberry ketones, and she has actually lost 7 pounds. So if you're looking for rapid weight loss, G-Burn is the product that you want to be looking at, and also with the Lightning as the complementary product. Now, our CEO, when he was developing this line, also thought about, he's a dog lover. In fact, our next product is made specifically for dogs. In fact, the 3 dogs that are on the label are our CEO's dogs, G-Pets, SereniGy G-Pets. It's Ganoderma for your dogs. Our most recent addition to the nutraceutical line is G-Shield. This is a phenomenal product. I started taking it as soon as it started coming in. There's been amazing testimonials about this product. This is Ganoderma with sea kelp and sea minerals, essential minerals. This particular product is designed specifically for use to ward off the effects of free radicals, again, the radiation and all those types of things. Now, here in Southern California and all along California, what we're getting is the tail of the radiation that's coming from the effects of the nuclear power plant in Japan that was damaged from the tsunami and the earthquake last March. So it's something that's an absolutely critical product to be considering when looking at this line of products. G-Shield is also intended to help encourage thyroid health. Now, again, we're not making medical claims, but this is what this particular product is designed to do. Additional in our product line, we have the G-Shake. This has the Ganoderma in it. I can tell you from personal experience, this is a phenomenal product. It tastes great. It's so, when you open the container, it just the aroma fills the room. It just smells so good. What we have is people getting very creative with the G-Shake. They're putting bananas and apples and all kinds of stuff, and they're making that their morning meal. Now, what I would definitely recommend for those of you who have G-Shake available in your countries, stock up on it. There are so many people that want this product, and we run out of it very quickly. So as we're developing an awareness for how much product we need to have in stock, I recommend stocking up on this one product. You will, it's like buying gold, in my opinion. Okay, 2 other complementary products that we have. G-Drops was developed as a water supplement. The drops go into your filtered water. It restructures your water. Here in Southern California, a lot of our water is brought in from deltas that are far away, either up in Sacramento or from the Colorado River, which is a couple states away. And so the water travels a long distance, and so it has to be purified. Here in the Southern California area, we're finding fluoride being added and chlorine for cleansing or neutralizing any bacteria that could be in the water for our drinking water. So what G-Drops does is it's put into our, and all those things that are added to water change the molecular structure of the water molecule. So if we're drinking that water, the hydration process is cut down because our bodies are designed to absorb water at a certain molecular level. If the structure's changed, then the ability for us to absorb that water and hydrate ourselves has changed. G-Drops is designed to correct that. So we don't necessarily want to put it into our chlorinated water and our fluoridated water. What we want to do is utilize that in our water that's been purified through a process of reverse osmosis or through carbon filtration. But that's what that product is intended for. Now, our last product, I just want to throw a little disclaimer in here, personal disclaimer. I tend to be a lot skeptical And so when I saw the G band, I looked at it kind of like sunglasses, and I used to think people that wore sunglasses were just trying to be cool, that it had no purpose except to, bring their rock star status up. So that's what my thought process was about the G band until I actually heard about the formulation and why it was created and what the purpose of it does. So, ignorance can really hurt you, and education is king. The G band is created with a surgical quality rubber. It's intended to be used or worn around the wrist. I wear this every single day now that I understand what it's for. I'm approaching 47 next month, so as I was out doing my contracting work, I was tending to fall a little bit more, injuring myself a little bit more, and at this age, even adjusting myself on the sofa and tearing a muscle in my shoulder, there are injuries that come with age. And so this G band is intended for 3 specific purposes. Number 1, it's intended to give stronger core strength. It can increase your flexibility, and it's designed to core strength, flexibility, and there's another one, and I'll get back to it. But there's 3 specific reasons why this product was developed: core strength, flexibility, and I can't remember. I'll get to it. But how this works, the little gold coin that you see on the top of the band is a gold mylar. That mylar is charged with exactly the same electrical frequency that's found in the Ganoderma. Now, these bands, if you're out there and you've seen them around in the industry, you're seeing more and more people wearing them. There's low quality and there's high quality, and ours sits right there at the apex of high quality. With that electrical charge, it is charged onto that little mylar, embedded into the little area on the top of the band, and what we're finding is that a lot of our customers who are elderly are utilizing a lot of these bands, especially for balance. There's the third one. I knew it would come to me. See, I'm getting a little bit older. So balance, core strength, and flexibility. Those are the 3 things that G-band is designed to help individuals with. The important aspect about this is that it's in the industry, it's considered a negative ion band. Now, with injury like I have, what happens, from what I understand about the science behind this, is that when we have a bodily injury, that injury tends to accumulate a lot of positive ions around it while it's healing. And so that can throw the body out of electrical balance. What this G-band does is it balances out that positive ion accumulation so that you have a more regulated electrical charge in your body. With that explanation, I understand. G-band is a phenomenal product. Comes in a lot of sizes and a lot of colors. So kids, adults, whatever your personal style is, you have that available. So product line. Moving on from product line, the impact. Before we had one product to sell, our CEO, Mr. Nolan, looked to the heart of the company. What was the heart of the company going to be? And so, since his passion is orphans and children, what wound up coming about was that he met this man, Dr. Amos Abuga, who had inherited this property in Kisii, Kenya, from his family, and there were a few buildings there. And so what he chose to do with this property and these buildings was to create an orphanage for the children of his village where he was from. And so what you see here are images of our SereniGy kids in the buildings. They're learning. Our foundation was created prior to having any products available to sell. So SereniGy took over the financing of this orphanage before we even had anything to sell. So the impact. What our intent is with SereniGy Kids being funded by SereniGy, 10%, a portion of all of our wholesale sales goes to fund this organization. The intent is to have an orphanage in every single country that SereniGy does business in. It's a phenomenal impact. It's right at the heart of what we do. Additionally, as independent business owners, especially from my team, I'm going to encourage everybody to consider symbolically adopting one of our SereniGy Kids. You can do that by going to serenigykids.org. Now, for your donation each month, it can come right out of your debit or credit card, whatever it is. And what you're basically providing is clothing and food for these little kids. Now, when Mr. Nolan took over this orphanage, with SereniGy Kids. There was quite a few there, but little kids are excellent at networking, and we have over 350 orphans that are children from this particular orphanage. So we're developing funds to increase the infrastructure of that specific location. And just recently, our school at the Kisii, Kenya, Dr. Amos Abuga Orphanage, our kids received a Scholastic Aptitude Award, which is very significant for the area. So we have a phenomenal impact. I definitely encourage all of our team members to participate and understand what it is that we're doing and why it's so important that we market our product so we can take this impact, the heart of this company, and take it throughout the world wherever we're working. Now, leadership. You've heard me mention our CEO. Our CEO, Mr. Jay Nolan, over 18 years of experience in direct sales network marketing. Now, not just being in it, but this man has created 7 teams over his 18-year history of multi-thousands of people and has created multi-millions of dollars in sales volume. This gentleman knows how to work network marketing. Okay? This is his vision. SereniGy Kids is his heart. He learned how to do this through trial and error and great mentorship, and he created SereniGy to bring it to the rest of us so that we can learn from him how to get to those points where we want to experience our dreams. So that's what SereniGy is for. The principle was that it was designed for having heart, being able to give to the kids, and learn how to self-better ourselves and to change our thinking from the left side so that we could participate in the right side of that cash flow quadrant. How does he do this? Lots of training, lots of training. I'll get into the success system and such. But another point that's very important for this team, I want this team to understand, is that our team is personally enrolled to our CEO, Mr. Nolan. Our line of sponsorship is CEO, Diamond Gabby Tolber, Diamond couple Sam and Elisa Thomas, myself enrolled by Sam and Elisa Thomas. I'm your director in San Diego. So wherever you are on that line from my personal sponsors, that's how close you are to success. You're in a phenomenal position. SereniGy is at just over 2 years old. We're in 52 countries, all because of the success and driven system of Mr. Nolan. Now understand this as well. 7 people in the top 50 income earning bracket or income earning list of direct sales in the world, not just in our industry, but of all network marketing, have been mentored by Mr. Nolan. 4 of those 7 are in the top 10, including the #1 income earner. Very important for you to understand who it is that has developed SereniGy for us and is teaching us, and where you are in relationship to this CEO, to this company, and to the time in this company. Next, our executive team. Mr. Jerry Balla recently joined our team as Vice President of Global Sales. Many decades of experience in network marketing. I'm discovering more and more about this gentleman. His resume is phenomenal. It is my understanding that this gentleman has personally sponsored over 100 individuals in network marketing who are now over $1 million income earners per year. That is a phenomenal, phenomenal resume. So for our teams, our Diamond Gabby Tolber, our Diamond Sam and Elisa Thomas, and several people on our team are being personally mentored by these 2 gentlemen. So once again, you have 2 of the most powerful people, documented success creators and trainers in the industry who can be working directly with you. So bear that in mind. Rounding out our executive team, Mr. Omar Rivera. He's Vice President of Marketing Operations. Mr. Omar Rivera is responsible for what you see here on the screen. This is our business overview. He's developing all the marketing tools for our business plans, different marketing tools that go into our back offices that help us to be able to sell to new customers and create new income. This is a wonderful gentleman. He's very instrumental in making sure that the information gets out not only to English-speaking communities, but also the Spanish-speaking communities. So this is your SG, your SereniGy leadership team. It's important that you know who you're paying attention to. So I always tell this to my teams, pay attention to whom you're paying attention to. There's a lot of stuff out there, looks good, smells good, makes a lot of promise, but where would you rather be? Number 4 in line from a successful CEO and founder, or 50,000 people away in another opportunity and never even have the opportunity to meet the CEO. This gentleman we get to listen to well, I'll go more into our training later, but he is working in the trenches with us. Where do you find that with a CEO? Not too often. That's our leadership team. Now, the plan. This is what we're going to be promoting. These are our bullet points in SereniGy. It's very simple. Number 1, 7 billion people in the world. Approximately 80% of those people drink coffee every single day. There's over 5 billion coffee and tea drinkers in the world, spending approximately $50 per month in coffee. Our 5 to 7 year goal is to capture at least 1% of the coffee and tea market. Now, 50 million times $50 per month drinking SereniGy coffee or tea. When we hit our goal, around $30 billion in annual sales, potentially paying up to $15 billion in commissions through our leverage compensation plan. Now, this is phenomenal. These are very simple bullet points. Here in Southern California, we had a lady on our team that was spending on average $350 a month on her coffee habit. She was a soccer mom. She explained to me, Brian, I take my kids to school. I go through the drive-thru on the way to school to get a mocha. On the way home, I stop and get a mocha. Later on, I meet my girlfriends at Starbucks. We get a coffee. Then I pick up the kids. If maybe she was stopping as many as 4 times through drive-thru at Starbucks. So there are a lot of people with high-level coffee consumption habits per month. I myself personally, I wouldn't buy coffee at what I considered a snobby coffee joint. I just liked coffee. So what I did is I went to the local gas station, the convenience store, and I paid $1.79 for my cup of coffee. But I was going 3 or 4 times a day myself, especially in the wintertime. So when I added up my coffee consumption bill, not only from going to outside sources, but coming home, and when I was self-employed and working my rear end off and having to drink coffee and stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning to do proposals and estimates and drawings and all those things, my coffee habit alone was almost $130 a month, and I had absolutely no idea. What we're going to find out there, and what you are likely to find, is that most of the coffee drinkers that drink habitually have at least over $100 a month habit. So $50 a month is very conservative to meet our goal. Okay, how do we capture that 1%? 4 key points. Number 1, taste. Our coffee tastes as good or better than any other coffee out there. Mr. Nolan assures this because he goes for the best of the best. 100% Arabica bean coffee. He's not messing around. He goes to the best growers to get the best product to bring to us so that we don't have to worry about shopping around and finding the best product. He creates a product that tastes phenomenal. We don't have to worry about it. He does it for us. Next, price. Our price is competitive. Very simple. Here in the United States, wholesale for a cup of black coffee through SereniGy, 60 cents a cup. Compare that to McDonald's. I've gone into McDonald's and met people at McDonald's. Okay, what do they run? Anywhere from $1.39 to $1.79 for the same size serving of black coffee. Okay, I've checked in with all of our. I've checked in with many of our team members from Japan, from Philippines, from Australia, from Netherlands, from all over the world. And they're telling me that Starbucks, now here in the United States, we're looking at about, or in my neighborhood, my local Starbucks, one of the 8 that are within 5-mile radius, the average cost is about $2.25 for a black coffee. Now, in other areas, they're spending as much as $7 a cup for a cup of black coffee. 60 cents a cup in the American price, the price sheet, very, very reasonable. Okay, the next aspect, health. Our coffee has miracle herbs. None of the other competitors have that. There are other healthy coffees out there, but none of them are utilizing nanotechnology to process the mushroom component. And it's the mushroom that has a health system. Now, Mr. Nolan has, again, committed to making sure that we have the best tasting coffee. So our health component, you don't see it, you don't smell it, you don't taste it. You just get a great cup of coffee utilized habitually by 80% of the people in the world. Break that down. 8 out of every 10 people that you see or cross paths with are drinking coffee on a regular basis. And we're utilizing 100% gourmet Arabica bean coffee as a health delivery system for the Ganoderma. That's another key point. And finally, we pay you. Compensation with 12 ways to earn income. So this is the challenge. All of us are advertising every single day, word of mouth advertising. How are we going to capture that 1%? Word of mouth advertising. When you buy a pair of Nike shoes and that logo's on your shoe and you're walking around, you've paid Nike to advertise for them for free. Do they give you a kickback for doing it? No. Okay, you go into one of your big coffee houses and you're spending $5, $6, $7, or like our team member that was spending $350 a month on coffee. Was she getting a check? Was she getting paid? Was she getting paid to refer her friends or telling her friends to meet at that coffee shop? No. SereniGy does that. Very simple. Coffee is a social event. Let's meet for coffee. So might as well sit there and talk about SereniGy because we are going to pay you. Okay. I'm going to close our segment here. I'll do another video with the 12 ways to earn income. It'll be part 2. I want to thank you for joining us on the business presentation portion. Again, this is a training purposes video. It's intended for our teams all over the world who are in SereniGy. I'm going to make a disclaimer here before I get into the next plan. Okay, or the next part, which is the 12 ways to earn income. Income disclaimer: any earnings, information, statements regarding income or testimonials and examples are used in the SereniGy compensation plan solely to explain how the compensation plan works and are not representative of the guarantees of earnings or income. Individual income results vary significantly. No implied earnings. So thank you for joining me, and I'll get that other video out to you too soon.